Glad to have you with us from Keenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It's the Clemson Tigers and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Guys, Clemson's head coach told me before the game, he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So the Clemson Tigers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And here comes the guy that'll be running the show. This quarterback, one of the best in the country, but boy, does he face a stiff challenge with a stingy unit on the other side. Running inside, it's Cox. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Fires to the big fella. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Clemson will send the punt team out. He'll take it on the return. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Tar Heels! Stealing a score on special teams. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They punted on the opening possession of the game. Might still have a few plays left on that opening script. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. The throw. Got a man. It's Lopez. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. He's got it on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
That is a big-time completion for the offense. You have to give all the credit to the offensive line because he had all day to sit back there in the pocket, find an open man downfield. That was just way too easy for the offense. The defense, no pass rush whatsoever, and the result is a big explosive play for the O.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Wants to fire on second down. The screen, he can go. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit. And
makes the catch, and he's free. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, UNC! Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Finding an escape route. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina. And they turn it into a defensive score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on second down. Gets rid of it. He's got him. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. At the end of quarter one, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw it again. Trying to beat the D deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Here's a heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. The run inside. It's Young. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there. As we get closer to the playoff, that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need...
Looking long. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to convert the 3rd down. Here's Raiola. Fires on the move. Got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Got a man. It's Skinner. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Tar Heels are marching down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught over the middle. It's Farrell. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Raiola. Under fire. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Swings it out to the flat. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st down.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll move the tight end. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cox. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Clemson will send the punt team out. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here's Raiola to throw. That's caught. It's Young.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed in the middle. It's Farrell. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
Right on the money. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola. Pressure coming. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Again, it's Raiola. He's not afraid to go deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. The Tar Heels will go for it here on 4th down. Raiola to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the big fella. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Lopez. Gets it inside the 40. Brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. To the air on first down. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And they... Touchdown, Tigers! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
And earlier, this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
And the extra point was good. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 3 team, the Tennessee Volunteers.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Checking in with the Tar Heels head coach at the half. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Farrell. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quick release on the RPO. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside. It's Young. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Could not make his way to the corner. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Motion from the wide receiver. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll send the back in motion. Caught, and he's got room. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Hucks it out of the air. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting him tackled to the ground.
Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. Play action, Dylan Raiola. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, UNC! And the stomping has commenced.
And I tell you what, this is part of the field. Once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies on the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Turning it on! Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Allen. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Buys a little time. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The run inside. It's Cox. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. From the gun. Looking to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. With this game in hand, let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country. And at this point in the season, these guys have done exactly what they wanted to do and strengthen their position. The give to Davis. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play fake, Raiola, floating away. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Tar Heels are flying down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Makes the grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And that lead grows even bigger. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hauls it in with one hand.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. Back to pass. Moving away from pressure. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the 1st down there, but look at the situation now.
They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On 4th down, going to the air. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically.
Looking for a huge play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets the back moving. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires left. A spectacular one-hand grab. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line.
Man, that's a really fun toy to have. When you can go 5 wide and use your running back, man, and make them have to cover him with a bigger body. A guy that he's faster than, but a guy that can now run routes. And you see these running backs, man, they've developed so well in their route running. Nice route, on the same page with this quarterback. They have a nice connection right there.
Just keep slinging it. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Here comes Clemson with another first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Here's Raiola to throw. With the catch, it's Young. Might have a chance. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Now on the counter. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. He's going to fire deep. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Looking for more room. At the 30. Inside the touchdown Tigers. The defense putting points on the board.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. He wants to change this route. Throwing Raiola. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Running inside, it's Davis. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They booted away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where...
Going to take a shot. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Defense got it. They're on the run.
And the defense is able to go out and shut the door. They put the clamps down. They've got a big lead, and with that fumble, they're going to win the game. You've got to give this defense credit for finishing.
A strong...